Okay, I hope she comes back. So let's continue while we're waiting for her. Okay. What was I saying, Annie? What was I saying? Oh, I remember now. So they want to make it look like that. Okay, they want to make it look like the athletes are guilty, but they're trying to cover it up, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Okay, so but that's not really the real issue here. That is not the real issue. So my page is not moving. Wait, please. Give me a few minutes. So it says here, why is Russia banned from the Olympics? We've answered that. How many years will Russia be absent? Sheri, how many years will they be absent? Or Annie, if you don't know the answer. Annie, how many years?
Hello. The internet is gone stuck. I
Oh,
don't quite hear you. Sorry.
okay. Let's wait for it a bit.
It's gone stuck again. Hello.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. I'm waiting for it.
Hello.
I'm here. I'm waiting for it to be unstuck.
So I suppose now is good.
Is it working now?
Yeah.
Am I speaking clearly?
Yeah.
And Sheri disappeared. Maybe she had. Oh, she's back. She was disconnected, DC, but she's back. Okay. So how many years is Russia banned?
4 years.
4 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to know is, Annie, do you think the Russian athletes were really guilty of drugs or not? Annie or Sheri, do you think they were really guilty of drugs or not?
Hmm. I think maybe quite athletes, they don't actually feel very guilty about it, and maybe at some point they'll enter the Olympic Games, but it's not under their countries.
Okay, yeah. So some of the athletes from Russia were able to attend the games, right? They will be able to, but
Yeah,
it's not under the Russian flag. What
yeah.
so what kind of loss? So whose loss is that? Whose loss is that? What does it mean then? What is the implication, or how is that important if they don't get to play under the Russian flag?
Mm, it some point means that even though Russia, this country's national anthem and its flags are just is being banned from the Olympics and other sports games, but the athletes, Russian athletes, they're still be able to compete, but it's not under Russia's flag. So,
Yes.
um,
So what kind of loss will the country suffer? Let's
um,
pretend that the Russian athlete, whoever they are, they won a gold medal, they won a silver medal, but they're not carrying the flag. What kind of loss will they suffer from? Whether
mm,
hmm.
maybe the other citizens, they might be really sad to not see their flags and anthem goes in the sports games. So, and the countries, if they being asked, so it will be a very bad history to them, and it will certainly bring some bad reputation.
Yes, good answer. You're right. So even if all of the Russians win gold medals, they won't be able to attribute it to their country. So it means in history will not remember Russia as a gold winner
Yeah,
because
it's
the honor just goes to the individual athlete, but it will not be counted as Russia or the country's honor, right?
yeah,
They can't be proud, they can't cheer for their team, they can't be happy about it. Do the Chinese people celebrate when there's an Olympic medalist from China during
yeah.
during the International
Uh,
Olympics?
yeah. So when it's like some Chinese Twitter, and it will everybody will celebrate it and maybe congratulations, and there will be lots of people cheering, and everybody will know it. So it's very proud when Chinese athletes won the gold medal.
Yeah, it's a proud moment. It's a chance for everybody to be happy, to congratulate each other. So it's a win not just for the athletes, for the national team, it's a win for the whole country, for everybody, all the people and the
Yeah,
government. So this is something that Russia can't enjoy because they're banned. They're banned due to the problem that they caused. It's their penalty for tampering with drug results. Okay, why do Okay, I'm opening the page here so that either of you girls can jump in and answer as long as you say it in your own words. Okay, so why do some stakeholders means the all the bodies, all the people who are involved in the issue. Why do some of them say that the organization's punishment was not hard wasn't strong enough? Why were they
mm,
complaining? They said, "Oh, you penalized them, but it's no good. It's not, the penalty wasn't harsh enough. They're not going to change their attitude because of the sentence that you gave." Why were they complaining about it?
uh, maybe because it just banned Russia's flags and anthem and Olympic and other sports games, and the Russian athletes are not be able to just compete as a Russian athlete. So, but they are still able to compete, and they're still able to get the gold medal, and they still can win, and it has a little inflect to the athletes themselves.
Mhm.
So some people think that if they're Russian, they the athletes kind of have to be responsible no matter did you attend in this whole part of the thing. So they're actually their whole country, and some people think that it should be punished together.
Okay, yeah, they want everyone to be punished, including the athletes, right? That,
Yeah.
that means they shouldn't be able to participate at all. Okay, not just ban the flag, but they should ban every athlete in Russia. So there's an interesting part here. There's an interesting passage in this text, and I want you to explain it. Okay, Sheri, I'm going to ask you to explain what this part means. So you can read it and you can tell us what it means. Can you read this part? This part, Sheri.
Yeah. When WADA requests drug testing data from a lab in Moscow, it found that the data has been removed, altered, the fabricated in an effort to hamper the work of the WADA investigations. On the one, suspected goals of the data tampering was to shift blame away from the Russian government and toward Grigory Rodchenkov, who used oversee the country's doping program before becoming a whistleblower.
Okay, before we go there, what is a whistleblower? Sheri, what's a whistleblower?
So, trying to think about it.
It's actually an idiom. It means something else, but you can guess the meaning based on the words that it used.
Like a person who informs people in authority or the public that the company they work is doing something wrong or illegal.
Okay, so Annie, did you understand that?
Whistleblowers, some like secret tellers.
Secret tellers, yes. Can
So
you?
they tell other people about their secrets or something. It's like a spy.
Yeah, they expose secrets, right? Well, why
Yeah.
would they do such a thing? What is their goal?
Mm,
They want to expose secrets. What kind of secrets?
maybe the athletes, they dope. Mm.
Okay. Okay, a whistleblower will expose any kind of secret that is being hidden by people in power. Okay? So if the
Oh.
government is hiding a secret, usually the secret is something bad, like they're doing something bad behind everybody's back. If the government, the company, the boss, or someone high up is doing some secret bad thing, the whistleblower's job is to expose it. Okay?
Oh.
Okay? His job is to expose it. Usually when they do that, their lives will be in danger because their enemies will want to kill them. So, Sheri, what kind of whistleblower do you think Rodchenkov is? What was he trying to do, and why was his name brought in here? What kind of whistleblower is he?
Just to oversee the country's doping program and maybe telling other people about it.
About what? Who's he telling about? Who is he trying to expose?
Well, he's trying to spy on Russians' doping program and report it to somebody.
Okay, Annie, do you agree that Gregory Rodchenkov is spying on Russia's doping program? Do you agree or not?
Um. I think is that he is trying to find. It knows that the government is manipulating the data, and the government is they don't want to just they wanted other people to think that is Rodchenkov who manipulated it, and maybe he's pretty angry about it, and he became a whistleblower. So he tells other countries about what the government did with this doping accident.
Okay, good. Yes, you're partly correct. Rodchenkov is trying to tell on the Russian government. I think Russia is doing something bad behind everyone's backs, and Rodchenkov wants to come out and say, "Hey, Russia is doing this, and that. Can somebody do something about it?" So Russia did something to Gregory, right? They did something to him in retaliation or to get back at him in revenge for being a whistleblower because he's trying to expose or attack the Russian government. So, Sheri, what is the Russian government trying to do to Gregory? What do they want to do to him?
Um, shift blame away from the Russian government and toward
Yes, you're correct,
yeah.
but I want you to explain it in your own words. What does that mean then? One of the suspected goals of the data tampering was to shift blame away from the Russian government and towards Gregory. Can you explain that?
Like to move the blame away from the Russian government and toward Gregory.
So they want to put the blame on Gregory. How did they accomplish that? Okay, Sheri, continue to think about that. Before you answer, Annie, do you agree that uh, Gregory was spying on the country's doping program?
Spying, I suppose not, because at first he was who used to oversee the country's doping program. So he's kind of like a big guy who just charge of Russia's doping program.
Okay, yes. He is in charge of the doping program. Therefore, he doesn't need to spy on it, right?
Yeah, so he knows about it.
He knows about it. So, in what way is Russia making him look bad? Because the Russian government doesn't like him, right? The Russian
Yeah.
government, okay, we don't like Gregory. We don't like him. We hate him. So we're going to get back at him. How did they do that?
Oh, am I because the government they changed the data, and because Gregory was some kind of people and like he's controlling the doping program, and everybody else will obviously thinks that it's Gregory who did it. So, and there the government has no guilt in this event.
Okay, yes. So they want to make Gregory look bad in the international community by messing up his doping program, right?
Yeah, I got it now.
The government wants him to look like incompetent or negligent or dishonest by messing with the program and making it look like the drug results were tampered, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why would they want Gregory to look bad? Annie or Sheri, either of you can answer. Why go through all this trouble to make this guy look bad to the point that they get penalized from the Olympics? Anyone can answer. Just raise your hand.
Because they're angry and they want to like because this guy used to like he was the head of the doping program, um, just trying to make him look bad.
Because they're angry at him? Yeah, well, why would they be angry at him? Why angry? Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, Annie.
Maybe because Gregory used to control the doping program, and when the country's government and the athletes they want to they want doping in the event, and Gregory stopped them and to maybe threaten them to tell other people if they did, and maybe he just kind of blocked them for using.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good guess. Those are all good guesses. But the thing is that the answer is because Gregory knows something about the Russian government that he shouldn't know. He knows something that that Russia doesn't want everybody to know. We don't know what that is. We can pretend that maybe the government has killed some people, maybe, or it's something bad like that. Maybe the government is doing something illegal in the international community, and Gregory knows about it, and the Russian government wants him to look bad so that no one will believe him
Oh.
when he exposes Russia, the Russian government, for doing whatever. Okay, so they're trying to discredit him. The word is discredit.
Oh.
Do you guys know what discredit means?
So make nobody believe what he said.
Yeah, they're making stories about him to discredit him.
Oh, now I got it.
So that no one will believe him when he comes out and tells the truth about the Russian government, because he's a whistleblower. You know, his job is to expose what's going on behind behind their backs, behind everybody's backs. And just for your information, Russia has had the Russian government, not Russia, the government in particular, has had a history of murdering their whistleblowers. There were a few whistleblowers in the past, and they died in really horrible ways. Like one of them was poisoned with radioactive material or something like that. You could search it over the internet. And some of them disappeared because they wanted to expose some corrupt Russian leaders. So they were either killed or stopped in their tracks. So this time, you know, Gregory is still alive. He's not being killed, but they're trying to. What are they trying to do to him again, Annie?
So they're trying to discredit him?
Yes, they're trying to discredit him. So if somebody is discredited, they are unreliable, they look like they're dishonest, will people believe them?
No.
No. Okay, did you get that part of the story when you first read this article?
Actually, it's a quite awkward situation. I got this text, and the front part was exactly the same, but that's why I'm not very familiar with this. So, according to mine, it's from the 10th paragraph that the CEO, US CEO said something, and it just jumped to something that it isn't on this page. So it's
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah. So after this part, and in turn the reaction by all those who value sports. So after it's Russia's integrity has long been questioned. So it's quite astonishing.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. My mother just gave me this, and he has some questions here, and I answered, and some papers. I don't know, there's a text.
Okay. So here you can see I'm showing you a picture. I'm showing you a
Okay.
picture on the screen. Hey Sheri, can you explain what the picture is all about? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm
What
here.
Yeah, what is this trying to illustrate?
The place, there's a storage place, sample room, and hole there in the wall, and urine sample bottles were passed room.
Yes. Why did they pass the samples through the wall. What is this picture trying to illustrate? They're showing what? They're showing how blah 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 happened. Any guesses? Urine bottles were passed through a hole in the wall. Oh, she disappeared. So Annie, can you explain what this drawing is about?
It's about how the government just changed the data. So in some places they keep the urine sample, and maybe some spy and secret workers, they go in there and they use some other people's urine samples and then changed with some people using the drugs, so it's been changed.
Okay, yes. They're trying to illustrate how they conducted the falsification of data, the
Yeah.
manipulation of data. Okay, good. All right, good job. Okay, the story sounds like a movie, right? Don't you think so?
Yeah, it's really some kind of exciting. So it's like this picture shows like a spy movie.
It sounds like a spy movie, exactly. I think Russia
Yeah.
likes that kind of thing. They have a lot of that going on in their country. Okay, so good job with your work, with your performance today. I do hope Sheri reads her homework next time. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So have a good weekend, okay? I'll see you on our next meeting. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, good night, Annie. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. And I love your class very much. So
Oh, that's
sometimes
good to hear.
when I read it, I was like, I know what's going on. So it's just really, I just only know the event, but here I found out why and how, and about the people and about the government. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah. So always try to read between the lines. Between the lines means there are things that are not being said, but you can guess what's going on based on the clues, right? There's clues
Okay.
in the story that will point you to the answer. Okay, so glad to hear that. And all right, just enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay,
Okay.
bye bye.
Bye.